Hi Niranjan, how are you?
Doing great, Jinmil.
Thanks. Can I take a few seconds of yours just to
Sure,
answer
absolutely.
some questions?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, what do you think are the biggest blockers to operationalizing agentic AI across core functions? And how does Kellton help enterprises push through?
Okay. Good question, Jamil. So typically, right, for the AI to function, yeah, data is very key. And what we have seen with talking to many of our customers is that, they have legacy systems, they have fragmented data, soil data, when I mean soil data, and the data is not complete, or, it has multiple different problems with the data. It also has some internal resistance, right? People are always resistant to change or adopt new technologies. Specifically, when it comes to a little bit, people who have been there for a while in a company, they work with the company, with the systems that they understand, they are resistant to change. Those are some of the challenges that we face, right? So what typically what Kelton does is, it figures out a way to unify all this diverse set of data, and then infrastructure wise, also infrastructure is not designed for AI integration. So we upgrade the infrastructure to get the AI to be integrated into the system. Modernize the IT frameworks that have been deployed earlier may not work with the AI, or may limit the AI to work properly. So we modernize that, and then build some data lakes where all this data that the company has is on a data lake, so that retrieval becomes easy. And then after that deploy automation, right? Automation is some kind of a workflow based or hyper automation based solution, or a platform that we can build, and that gets all this data together. So but key to all this is, right, we also have to have the stakeholder buy. If the stakeholders don't buy in, right, despite doing all this, the AI implementation will not succeed. So we try to make everybody buy into that, and tell them that AI is an enabler and not a disruptor, right? See, people are worried about losing their jobs. So once you start educating the users, saying that it is going to enable them to make decisions faster or better, that is what helps in an AI becoming fully operational and fully adopted into an enterprise.
Definitely. Great answer, Niranjan. Thank you so much. So, my next question is, how do you measure success when AI shifts from use case to infrastructure? And how is Kelton making that shift measurable?
Okay. Again, a good one. See, typically, how does any enterprise benefit by implementing AI? What are they looking for? Any enterprise looks for, right? Revenue growth, profitability,
Mhm.
okay, and customer satisfaction or customer retention.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, let's say, internal implementation, right? How do you then add now employee productivity? These are the key things that are going to be measured when it comes to any implementation of an AI. Now, to get all these, the infrastructure need to be prepared and to be ready. So what do we need to have the infrastructure to build? Infrastructure should be scalable. It should be able to make decisions very fast, and business should be resilient. Sorry, okay, resilient, right? So what happens, right? How do you make this enterprise then? To make sure that you're building infrastructure that is self-healing. It can optimize the systems that are there, so that information retrieval becomes faster or decision becomes faster. It has to reduce friction. If there is friction between different systems out there, then adoption becomes a challenge. So we make sure that there's no friction between different systems, so that information can be retrieved and able to be processed in real time. And we have to keep operations under heavy sustained loads, or what we call, right, under a heavy pressure. So those are the challenges that we try to incorporate and integrate into the infrastructure, so that in an enterprise, and the infrastructure is ready for AI.
Yeah.
And they can take advantage of the earlier ones, where they said, how do you increase revenue, how do you reduce your costs, and improve customer satisfaction or customer retention. Those are the key ones that we always measure back. But to do all that, we need to do all the infrastructure upgrades that I talked earlier.
Right. Okay, thank you. So, my last question, what's one enterprise fire drill you think an AI agent could handle better than most teams today?
I'll give you two examples. Okay. One example is, let's say, every organization has either a monthly closure of books or a quarterly closure of books for reporting reasons. Right. If we have AI or agentic AI deployed, those monthly reporting or quarterly reporting becomes very fast in reporting those things. It's error proof. You can have an audit trail. You can run audits on that. You can check the against any anomalies out there, or trends can be generated very quickly. That is one thing from a financial reporting point of view. But if, let's say, like, take an organization like ours or some organization where we deliver some solutions, then there is a challenge of when it comes to project documentation. Project documentation is not one document you give, like a high level architecture document, and you're done with it, right? See, it starts off with business requirements, and then from that business requirements, it goes to creating epics. From epics, it goes on to creating stories or use cases, and then how do you trace back, right, all these requirements against what you delivered? So requirement traceability is important. So to get all these different things together, AI will help with using Gen AI, and we have a internal product called Project 360 that pretty much does all of this. Once you feed in the business requirements, out comes the epics, then comes the user stories, then comes the test cases, and then it's again traced back to your requirements to make sure that every one of these things is traced back to what the requirements are, so that you can give these proofs to the customer. So that becomes a very what you call an integrated and collaborative tool that an organization could use when they're delivering, or for any solution out there, becomes easier that way. And this is all in real time, right? You can do that. If, let's say, if something you don't like in a particular, let's say, epics, and you say, okay, I don't like this epic, let's make changes. You tell as a conversation to that AI agent and tell them, okay, I don't like this epic, please change it. Then automatically everything gets changed. And if, let's say, some requirements is not traced back when you're delivering, that you can say, okay, this requirement has not been fulfilled. Now, please go back and update and see, what all different changes that need to be now implemented. All that can be done. So what this does is, the delivery cycles, for us, what we have measured, for a few customers of ours, 60 to 70%, increase in cycles time wise, right? I'm talking efficiency wise there. You're able to do this. So project documentation end to end, we are able to provide 60 to 70% faster, and everything is traced back, measured, audited trails, everything is done, so that a customer, when it comes in, has the proof when we deliver the solution. And it also improves all the compliance that we need, audit trails, like I said earlier, and also less manual efforts, so that there's a human error is now reduced. So these are the two examples that I would give, where AI agents are helping organizations, and they have helped us too. So that is what we are talking to our customers and telling them that this is one use case that they can use. I know these are multiple use cases in one use case, but I'm giving a larger use case where AI agents can be deployed.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Niranjan, for your time. It was lovely chatting.
Thank you, Jamil.